Magandang araw! Sama-sama tayong matuto sa Teacher Sal Learning Resource Channel. Revised K-12 Curriculum, English 5, Quarter 3, Week 3, Literal and Implied Meaning. Identify the figures of a speech used in the short literary text by completing the chart provided. For text A, the sky was a canvas, painted with the brush strokes of sunset, where the clouds danced merrily, like children in a playground. The river sang its song, whispering secrets to the wind. In the first column, identify the words or line phrases, and in the second column, identify what figure of a speech it is. For text B, the moon hung like a silver lantern in the night sky. Trees whispered secrets in the cool breeze. Stars danced playfully, winking at the word below. Determine the expressions being shown in the images. For the first picture, raining cats and dogs. Next, hold your horses. Third picture, on cloud 9. Next picture, break the ice. Next picture, a piece of cake. Match each vocabulary word to its correct meaning. For column A, treasure, literal, implied, grind, haystack. Column B, direct and basic meaning. B, a packed pile of dried grass. C, smiled broadly. D, a quantify of valuable objects. E, suggested or secondary meaning. Here are the correct answers. Look at the two words on the board, literal and implied. Sentences will be flashed on the screen, one at a time. Read each sentence carefully. Decide if the sentence shows a literal meaning or an implied or figurative meaning. Tell where it belongs, literal or implied. She is eating an apple. Literal. The sky is blue. Literal. She is the apple of my eyes. Implied. Everyone is excited for the show. Literal. He's a couch potato. Implied. She has a heart of gold. Implied. Let the cat out of the bag. Implied. I am feeling under the weather. Implied. He loves playing the guitar. Literal. The cat is on the table. Literal. The library is filled with books. Literal. I need to hit the books tonight because we have a big test tomorrow. Implied. I had butterflies in my stomach before my big performance. Implied. He found himself in hot water after breaking the vase. Implied. It is a sunny day. Literal. Based on the activity, How do we now differentiate literal from implied meaning? How do we know if it is literal or implied? How do you think your knowledge on literal and implied meaning be useful to your daily life? Literal meaning. Literal meaning is the exact meaning of the words. You understand the sentence just as it is said, with no hidden message. Example: the cat is on the table. This means a real cat is really sitting on a real table. Implied meaning. Implied meaning is not exact. The sentence uses imagery, expressions, or idioms that mean something deeper. You need to think about what the message really means. Example: he's a couch potato. This does not mean he is a real potato. It means he sits around too much, usually watching TV and not being active. For day 2, let's read a story. The Hidden Treasure. One sunny Saturday morning, Sarah and Max were playing in their backyard. The birds were singing sweet melodies, and the flowers in the garden swayed gently in the breeze. Suddenly, Sarah spotted something shiny buried under the old oak tree. "Max, look! There's something glittering in the soil!" Sarah exclaimed, pointing at the spot. Max rushed over, his eyes wide with excitement. "Let's dig it up and see what it is." They grabbed their toy shovels and began to dig. After a few minutes, they uncovered an old, rusty key. "This must be a clue," Sarah said, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. "Maybe there's hidden treasure somewhere in the garden." Max nodded eagerly. "Let's ask Mr. Green if he knows anything about it." They ran to Mr. Green, who was trimming the hedges near the rose bushes. Sarah held up the key and asked, "Mr. Green, do you know where this key might lead?" Mr. Green looked at the key and smiled. "Ah, that key? It's been around for ages. They say it opens a secret door somewhere in the garden. But be careful, finding it is like finding a needle in a haystack." Sarah and Max exchanged excited glances. They knew that finding the secret door wouldn't be easy, but they were determined. They searched high and low, peeking behind every bush and under every rock. Hours passed, and just when they were about to give up, Sarah noticed a peculiar stone in the garden wall that looked different from others. "Max, come here," Sarah called out. "I think I found something." They pushed the stone, and to their surprise, it moved, revealing a small keyhole. Sarah inserted the rusty key and turned it slowly. The stone wall creaked open, revealing a hidden room filled with old books, maps, and a small chest. Max's eyes widened. "Wow, this is amazing! We found the hidden treasure!" Sarah opened the chest, and inside they found old coins, a magnifying glass, and a letter. She read the letter aloud. "To the brave souls who find this treasure, remember that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. Use these tools to learn and explore the world around you." Max looked at Sarah and grinned. "I guess the real treasure isn't gold or jewels, but the adventure and what we learn from it." Sarah nodded. "You're right, Max. This has been the best adventure ever." They carefully packed everything back into the chest and decided to share their discovery with Mr. Green. When they showed him the letter, He smiled warmly. Ah, you two have discovered the true meaning of the treasure, he said. The journey, the curiosity, and the knowledge you gain along the way are worth more than any gold. Sarah and Max spent the rest of the day exploring the hidden room and reading the old books. They knew that this was just the beginning of many more adventures to come. What is the story about? It is about Sarah and Max finding a rusty key, searching the garden for clues, and discovering a hidden treasure room full of books, maps, and a letter teaching them that knowledge is the greatest treasure. What are the parts or lines that show implied meanings? What do we mean by this? Examples of implied meanings. This must be a clue. It implies there is something important or mysterious to find. Finding it is like finding a needle in a haystack. It implies the secret door is very hard to find. Knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. It implies that learning is more valuable than money or gold. What was challenging about identifying implied meanings? It can be challenging because the story doesn't say the meaning directly. You have to think deeper and understand what the characters really mean. How do implied meanings make a story more interesting? They make the story more exciting because they add mystery, deeper ideas, and give readers a chance to use their imagination and think beyond the words. For day 3, using the story we read, create a character map. Describe each character using both the literal details from the text and the implied meanings or hidden ideas you can understand from the story. For day 4, why is it important that we understand implied meanings? Why do authors or speakers use implied meanings instead of stating things directly? Can you think of a time when understanding an implied meaning helped you in a real life situation? Skit or short performance. Work with your group and think of sentences that have literal and implied meanings. Then create a short skit using your examples. Here is the scoring guide.